It's Natasha Ku from Intolign, and welcome to another vlog where we're talking about how we created home away from home. So this is Koh Samui. What you're seeing here is actually the apartment where we stayed for 3 full months. It's a very spacious place, and we didn't have so much trouble finding it online before we arrived to Koh Samui. But this whole process has been just trusting and knowing what you want, asking for it, and just being open to receiving it. So one of the places nearby, which is this beach really close to Fisherman's Village, it's where we went to go swimming. It's where we watch, like you saw just now, crazy storms. And we always needed about a week's time in order to feel at home somewhere, to get to know where we can buy groceries, where the gym is, where we can take walks, just situate ourselves, unpack, but then get started. So when we would cross the street, this is the beach that you would find, and we were lucky enough to actually be in a place where it was incredibly quiet at night. As you can see, there's nobody in front of us on the beach, and this is where we would take our nightly walks, and it just turned out to be exactly what we needed. And sometimes when you are not home but you're trying to find home, it's really important to actually know what you want. And what we always needed was a lot of space to ourselves. So the home was really important, but also nature and quiet places to, I guess, release any emotions, to contemplate, just to enjoy. And so this was one of our go-to places, and very quickly we developed this, I guess, nightly walk, and we got to know exactly what we needed, and a whole routine got established. But if you walk a little bit further, you would come across these bars and these, I guess, more busy areas along the beach, and still that needed at least like 20-minute walk to get here where all the bars are. And that was just perfectly fine with us, because sometimes we would love to come, here sometimes and have a coconut, enjoy the live music, but we didn't want that right in front of our faces. And that is exactly what we had in the end. So it's quite magical when you do release and you allow the world, life, to provide for you, because we couldn't specify, and we would go absolutely crazy if we were to specify everything that we wanted. But if you have this intention within you and you're not so attached to what it is that you want, you do get it. And here is also somewhere we often came, especially after Jachym working out. We would come to a free market for food, to get groceries, and like being in a neighborhood, the vendors just knew what you wanted. And one time we were sitting here having coconut, and we saw the kids of the vendors just having so much fun, dancing, and we love this atmosphere. And so in a way, buying groceries is not really a big deal at all, but as you develop relationships and you see those precious moments of the kids around you, what's all around you, you begin to appreciate your immediate surroundings, and that people do support you in your daily life, even if it's just someone who's selling you like your fruits or your takeaway, but you really begin to appreciate it. And soon, near our apartment, we found this park. And by park, you have to get used to, in a different country, what it means to be at a park, because it was literally just this uphill path that had this cement road, I guess, going up it. It seemed like it was still for rent, but people would jog up this hill. There was magnificent views up here. There were animals, like pigs, like dogs that were being fed by the local people, and we had to get used to that this was their type of park. And so that was also a part of adapting, knowing that we like nature, knowing that we like to be active, but then adapting to, okay, there is a park nearby, but it's not how we would define a park, say back in Switzerland or back in Canada or even back in Hong Kong. We just had to get used to that, like where these baby piglets are running around. It's where we're gonna share our park with. So that's really interesting too, is to know that, when we were here in Koh Samui, we needed the flexibility. We needed to adapt to what the local definition of a park meant, the local definition of, sharing a public space and all of that. But I think that most importantly, Jachym and I were able to feel really quite at home here because we knew what we wanted. Our intention was clear. What we needed from life was clear. And from there, you begin to then make choices and you start to really appreciate all that's around you. Whether it's just the cement path that somehow is near our home, or if it's a food market nearby and the kids are dancing there, or it's just a quiet walk on the beach. You begin to realize what's important to you, and you begin to keep in your life what actually serves us. So that's what we did. And this was pretty much the first stretch of our nomadic life, living away from everything, not knowing one soul on this island. But we were able to feel so at home because we were able to create it. We felt safe where we were, and we did things on a daily basis that provided the healthy routine that supported us emotionally, physically. We seeked out around us what would nurture us, what would serve us, and from there, that's how we built our life away from home. So settling into a place that you don't know, with nobody who you know, on an island, it does work out as long as you have an intention of what you want and you're willing to make decisions and go for what it is that you truly need. And by listening to that, you're able to build a life that ultimately serves you. So thanks for joining us on this vlog, and we'll share our journey in 2 weeks' time, another one.